Hi, I'm attorney Mike Walls at Maronick Law Offices. We're here to answer your questions.
All right, Mike, I have a speeding ticket. What are my options?
Well, let me tell you, the last thing to do is to pay the ticket. I think the best advice that I can give you if you're facing a speeding ticket is to give our office a call, talk with one of the attorneys here. We can tell you what we can do for you to help you through this process. In Maryland, the system that has been set up is that when you receive your ticket, you have 30 days in which to either pay the ticket, request a trial, or request what they call a waiver hearing. My advice very generally is that it is often in your best interest to request a trial in the case. That means you're going to go to court for the ticket. You can pay the ticket if that's what you want. You have to understand that with most tickets, certainly a speeding ticket, there are points that will be assessed on your driving record as a result of that. And you have to understand in Maryland, your driver's license is subject to be suspended if you accumulate 8 points within a 2-year period. Your license is subject to revocation if you accumulate 12 points within a 2-year period. So anytime you pay a ticket, you're going to get points. Just factor that into what you do. Give us a call and we can walk you through that decision-making process. My suggestion as a general rule is to request what we call a trial, and that is where the officer is summoned to the court on the trial date and would have to present evidence of your speed in this case. The other option on the ticket will be what's called a waiver trial, and that is where you go into court, you excuse the presence of the police officer, and tell the judge that you're going to plead guilty with an explanation. And that may ultimately be what we do, but we want to do what we can to make sure that the police officer is there and prepared to prove the case on the trial date, and that requires that you ask for a trial. So we would help you out at the trial. Often what happens is there are certain documents, certifications, if you will, for radar or calibration of the police officer's cruiser that we often require and the judges require in order to prove the speed that you're alleged to have been going. So there's some legal points that we can bring out at trial. We can also help you present to the judge mitigating factors so that you get the best possible sentence that you can get, either reduction in points, a reduction in the fine, or maybe what we call a probation before judgment, which is an opportunity for you to avoid any points being assessed on your driving record. You may have to pay a fine, and then if the judge is inclined to give you what's called a probation before judgment, that means that the MVA doesn't get any word or any notice that you were in court that day. Consequently, if they don't know anything about it, they're not going to put points on your driving record, and that's a good thing. So we can help you with all of that, and we would love to. Give us a call.